Hi there. One of my specialties is creating custom humor, or what comedians call special material, for each and every client, because people love to know that you've done your homework and know something about the organization and the people in it. But sometimes people are nervous, oh, you can't joke about the organization or the employees or, God forbid, management, because if you joke about them, that means you have to insult them and embarrass them, right? No, not at all. I have learned over the years how to make clients deliriously happy with what I do, how I just weave magic from the facts that they give me. I'm going to show you some clips from a presentation I did recently for a group, a 4-H educators group down in Oklahoma. Now, I do it for medical staffs and sales teams for big corporations and forklift operators and oncology nurses, you name it. But with my experience and the techniques I've learned, I can come up with some great humor for just any situation and group of people. This will give you an idea of how much they liked me. Here's some comments they wrote to the Speakers Bureau that booked me. Okay, here are the facts that I used to create this special material you're about to see. For one thing, they have too many Zoom meetings and they hate them. Nancy Johnson is in management and she touches reply all every time she sends an email, drives everybody crazy. The website has been an unmitigated disaster. They are based at Oklahoma State University in Stillwater. The Cowboys, and guns up is their big cheering gesture, and their enemies, or rather their nemesis, cross-state rivals, OU, the Sooners, Oklahoma University, and they are just the evil empire to them. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory, so I hope you enjoy what I did with that as much as they did. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. It is quite a thrill to almost be with the 4-H educators, and I really want to thank Liz for making this all possible. She reached out, and she and Leslie and April and I had a couple of Zoom calls to kind of work out the details and stuff, and then, well, we had a couple of more Zoom calls to kind of clarify things, and then we had 3 more Zoom calls to clarify the clarifications. But I think you'll be thrilled to find out that the organization has decided that in 2021, you'll only be allowed to have 150 Zoom calls a week. So that'll kind of free you up to do some things you really would like to be doing. I do hope that I cheer you up a little bit, because my goodness, the challenges, even without the burden of the pandemic that you folks have been dealing with, are just amazing to me. I mean, how do you get your work done with these monthly reports hanging over you like that? How do you keep working these incredibly insane long hours without a pay raise? How in the name of God do you get off of Nancy Johnson's email list? I mean, it's just daunting. And all the stuff you have to know and remember and deal with, the OCES and the FCS, CED and the DED and the DPS and the CWID and the ANR, WTF, EIEIO. It's just kind of like going to work in a giant bowl of alphabet soup, seems to me. But I have to admit, I like the name of your conference, that OIE4. Ha! That's very cute. I don't know who came up with that, but that's really cute. But by the way, oh, and speaking of a complicated mess, hasn't that website just been a godsend to save you all that trouble? Oh man, that time and work. Yeah, to paraphrase Winston Churchill, never have so many been so confused by so little. But you'll be happy to know that that website is being put to good use. The CIA is using it to confuse Russian hackers. And in fact, the KGB has been quoted as saying that that website is insidious, impenetrable, and inhumane, which I think you would probably agree with. So you folks are doing your part for the national security, and you should be proud. Oh, and you should also be proud of those Cowboys, huh? looking good. At this recording, they were 5-1 and second in the Big 12. Mike Gundy's doing a great job. Of course, there is another major football program in the state, and to be fair and balanced, I wanted to mention that OU also has quite a program and a really talented team. And of course, their coach is also highly regarded. I wouldn't want anybody in Norman or Stillwater to think I'm, taking one side or the other. It's kind of hard to walk that line. And you'll be very pleased to know that OIE4 will be instituting some new rules in 2021 having to do with those helicopter parents who feel it's their job to tell you how to do your job, and also how to give special treatment to their special children. They will be assigned to selected farmyard training tasks like these. Well, you can see how I did that for them and nobody got their feelings hurt. I would love to do the same for you sometime. I hope to hear from you.